scary.
In this video, we are going to Grindelwald and Lauterbrunnen, the best day trip in Switzerland.
It's just a bonus stop on the way.
Welcome to Switzerland, the most beautiful country on the entire planet. Now in this video, I will take you to an amazing day trip you can do from Zurich, and you get to see Grindelwald and Lauterbrunnen, two amazing spots. If you get more time, you can also go to Interlaken, Lake Brienz, but I sadly only had one day, so I chose the most beautiful spots, which is Grindelwald, to go up to first, and secondly to see Lauterbrunnen, which is honestly my favorite spot in all the day trips I've done in Switzerland. There's quite a few. So I will give you tips throughout, but the first one is to get up early and reserve a car in advance, especially if you're coming in the season. I would recommend coming to the end of summer rather than main season because there will be a lot of people around. So come at the end of season, book your car in advance, wake up early and go. I'm waiting for my friend Ali to pick up his car and then we start the journey. So we've left Zurich and we are heading to Grindelwald, which is going to be our first stop. It is about a couple of hours of drive, and I would definitely recommend waking up early because if you don't, you're not going to be able to do this whole day trip. Okay, so I'll see you in Grindelwald. Enjoy the drive. Oh, by the way, say hi to Ali. Hey!
Hey guys!
So we're making our first stop, and this is Lungen Sea or the Lungen Lake. And this point is amazing because you get to see the entirety of this beautiful lake. It's just a bonus stop on the way. Not too much time to spend here because we still have a bit of way to go to Grindelwald. So enjoy the view and we continue over to Grindelwald. Lungen is a nice city, but if you want to extend your trip, we have more lakes to cover. I'll show you that later. After the viewing point, the driving is a little bit trickier because now you're in the mountains and the roads are slightly narrower. And yes, there are tons of tunnels. We didn't realize, but we went for the toll-free option on Google Maps and spent an extra hour of driving, so be careful with that. Driving in Switzerland is such a beautiful experience. It's just a thing on its own, honestly. As we got closer to Grindelwald, it just became insanely beautiful. I could be on this road forever and not complain, seriously. We just got to Grindelwald and we are going to the cable car first. A handy tip, if you're coming here, literally the first big parking, just park your car there because yeah, it's really tight in the town and you'll be like going around. We did that for and wasted about 20 minutes. So yeah, let's go get the cable car. The tickets for the first cable car are roughly 64 francs, which is quite steep even for Switzerland. But like I told you before, this is not a cheap place. The second thing to do is to go on their website and book your ticket in advance because there was a bit of a queue, so you don't want to waste more time there, right? Because the view is so beautiful on the way. I'm not really scared of heights, but my friend Ali is a little. But once you start looking at the beauty around you, the mountains, the forest, the valley, everything is just so impeccable. You don't think of anything else. There are 3 stations and we are going to the last one. Although if you have more time, you're more than welcome to get off and roam around. Just like that beautiful drive, I wish this cable car ride would never end. Guys, we just got to the top and ironically, it's called First even though it's the third stop. So yeah, don't get off on the first and the second stop. The view on the way is absolutely beautiful. You've already seen that, and this is the view you get from here. So definitely want to do the cliff walk. Another really super cool thing. Let's do that, and then we'll go. You can also see the lake, but we're not going to do that because we have to go to Lauterbrunnen and Interlaken after this. But if you just spend the whole day here, there's plenty to cover. There's even, you know, sort of the zip lining thing. You can do that, paragliding, plenty of options here. So let's go do the cliff walk now. The cliff walk turned out to be my favorite thing here, honestly, because the adrenaline rush is so incredible, but I would recommend not looking down because it is a little scary, even if you're not scared of heights. The last part is a little tricky because the bridge moves a little bit, but hey ho, who cares when it's so beautiful? This steel structure you see is called the First, and yes, it is almost hovering in the space, and yes, this is where people go to take photos with the entire valley, and yes, there is a queue. After a quick lunch at the restaurant, we are walking around to explore a bit more, and it is a bit cold, so don't forget to pack yourself a light jacket, even in summer, because you're quite high up. And I'm obsessed with that mountain. I think you can tell that by now. It's scary. No. The journey on the way back seems a little shorter, and might as well because we still have to see some Grindelwald. Grindelwald is so dreamy. It's almost like a fairy tale town nestled between these beautiful mountains, and yes, you get amazing Jungfrau views from pretty much everywhere, because everywhere you look there are these beautiful chalets and the mountains and tons of greenery and nature. It is not a cheap place though, so if you want to come here, you definitely need to book your things in advance, especially if you want to stay or you are interested in doing some mountaineering or skiing or any other winter activities. There's a single street that goes through the entire town, and that's where you will find most of the stuff you need, including restaurants, cafes, bars, etc.
We are back now, and look at this view. This is like the one place. It's actually a parking lot where I'm at, but this is the best place if you want to take some photos, because from here you can see all of that, you know, the valley, everything, and that gorgeous mountain. So time to get to Lauterbrunnen. It is about 30 minutes from here. Let's get going.
It is time to head to the magical Lauterbrunnen, and if you think the drive to Grindelwald was beautiful, wait till you see this. Welcome to Lauterbrunnen! It took only 20 to 25 minutes and we are here after a beautiful scenic drive. And the first thing to do is to find a parking space and park ourselves before we start looking around. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, you'd be happy to know that Rivendell, the Valley of Elves, was actually based on Lauterbrunnen. It is quite a small place and you can easily walk around, you can find some shops, etc. But I'm not here for the shops or the town, I'm here for that amazing walk. Let's go!
Here we are at Lauterbrunnen, the only place whose name I can pronounce correctly. So it is a really cute little town, and I think this is going to be our last stop as well. So you basically, there's a single street, you just go all the way, hike as much as you can. Like, it's not even a hike, it's just a normal straight walk. But the best thing is it's a valley, so you get to see waterfalls on both sides of the town. And on the right hand side, it's a bit more because you can see them in summer as well. On the left hand side, they dry up fairly quickly. So last time I was here, it was still May, so yeah, we could see it on both sides. But it is really beautiful. Look at these cute little houses. There's a cemetery in the beginning, don't miss that. And just walk around. Leave even earlier or even spend a night here. So you can also do Interlaken and Lake Brienz, or if you want more time or places to see, you can also see Thonsee. That's another beautiful lake. So one's on one side of Interlaken, the other one's on the other side. Let's go see a bit of Lauterbrunnen now. The cemetery at Lauterbrunnen is so peaceful and serene, and you can hear the river passing by ever so quietly and peacefully. And even though there's quite a lot of people walking around, it gets no noise. If you've seen those incredible videos of trains coming down some beautiful paths, it is mostly shot in Lauterbrunnen, and you can check them right next to the river. You can actually sit down and watch the trains come and go. It is really nice to do that. Here's a fun fact for you. There's a total of 72 waterfalls that gush down those beautiful vertical cliffs into the Lauterbrunnen Valley, and some of them are as high as 400 meters. If you wish to spend more time here, I would recommend staying in Lauterbrunnen compared to Grindelwald, because I just find it more peaceful and beautiful here. A lifetime is not enough to enjoy the beauty of Lauterbrunnen, but we must continue on because we need to return the car back at the airport by 8 p.m. This behind me is Lake Brienz, one of the most beautiful lakes in this part of Switzerland. There are quite a few, obviously. And I wanted to stop here to do a little bit of a boat ride, but unfortunately, we have to give the car back. So we are going back to Zurich. It takes about 2.5 hours to get back to the airport. So yeah, we can't stop here much. But if you get more time, I would definitely recommend doing a boat ride here or on the other side. So you can do that from Interlaken. I hope you really enjoyed this little road trip with me and Ali. And if you did, do let me know in comments. And I will see you in the next video. Tomorrow I'm heading to another beautiful day trip from Zurich to Lauterbrunnen, and this one is completely different from Grindelwald and Lauterbrunnen. So click on the link above and meet me there. This is Brown Boy Travels. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please do like, subscribe and share. And do let me know in comments if you have any questions. You can also reach me on Instagram. I will see you in another beautiful destination in another video. Until then, you have a wonderful day ahead. Bye!